Namaste. What's going on this Tuesday? How are the people doing? What's up? Today is what is today? Tuesday. I just said that. Tuesday. Today is the day of Mars, day of war, aggression, lust. So as you can see, I got my red on. So try to always stay aligned with the planets. Anyway, so saw the Conjuring 3. Okay. And like I said, I am really, for someone who doesn't look at modern horror movies, I'm really liking this series. Okay. Really liking it. Um, I'm liking the fact that it's based on real events and that is accounts of the Warrens, a man and a woman team. This one I think was maybe, I don't know if it was the best one, but it was pretty good. The devil made me do it. And I see why they gave it that title too. And I like that at the beginning, they kind of gave a nod to The Exorcist, one of the greatest horror films of all time. They gave that nod where the priest was getting out and it's like a silhouette looking up at the house. That's from The Exorcist. Okay. That pretty good. I like that. Okay. Let me see who's in here. Is anyone in here yet? Hello, Ava. How are you? Hello, Anubis, the opener of ways. Hello. Hey, Tosh. Good to see you. As always. What's going on? Are y'all enjoying Pride Month? Huh. Y'all enjoying that? One second. It's still the continuity of these movies is that they are pretty like scary. Like they make you jump. And see that to me, that is what makes up a good horror movie. If they can make you jump. Mm. Along with the other two, I did jump a couple of times. Oh shit. But like I said, for someone who doesn't like modern horror, I actually do enjoy the Conjuring series. It's actually a whole universe. You know what I mean? Because you got Annabelle, you got the Nun, and I got another request for a review called The Curse of La Llorona. I still need to get to that one. I'll probably get to that this week. Okay. Um, and just like the other horror movies, and particularly The Exorcist, you still need to get approval from the Vatican. Okay, you got to get approval from the Catholic Church in order to perform an exorcism. Okay. Other than that, like I mentioned before in one of the other reviews, other than that, the only thing you can do is go to an established occultist who can specialize in something like that, or who can do it, or who knows some like good conjurations to try. But I would go, if I had this kind of a situation, I couldn't wait for the Vatican to approve an exorcism, go to an occultist that knows what they're doing. This is why I said also you have to know who you're working with, who's what, because of YouTube, everybody can make a YouTube channel and proclaim to be everything. All right. So, yeah. I'm assuming that y'all are saying no to the Pride Month. I was actually going to do something else today. Um, I was going to speak about something else. But I said, nah, you know what? Let me just go ahead and do this review. I only found Conjuring 2 to be scary. Conjuring 3 is more of a whodunit detective film for me. Isn't it interesting that it was a priest child? It was interesting, very interesting. I thought that whole part 3 was interesting. So it's making me curious about all the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? Um, the other thing that was really interesting is the exorcism rites that was performed. Like I said, an experienced occultist, a good occultist would know, will be familiar with those exorcism rites. Certain grimoires have them just in case something like that happens. This is again the reason why I'm always pushing for people to read and research. Okay. There are in certain grimoires exorcism rites. They know the power of, you know, rites all on their own. They know the power and they know the powers of these demons and the angels. So, one thing you cannot do, one thing you cannot do, and I said it before, you cannot invite a demon into you or any spirit. Okay. It is not wise to do that. You know what I'm saying? It was not wise. I'm going back to your comment, Tosh. Conjuring 3 was there. It wasn't scary, but I can agree with you when you say, it's more like a whodunit detective film, kind of. But again, it makes me curious about the rest of them. I seen The Nun with my children. I can't remember it. You know, I just can't remember that one. But I'm going to get back to that. Okay. All right. Another interesting thing that I saw was a witch's totem that's normally used by Satanists. I saw a couple things in here that you know um, Satanists use. Okay, it's just I like the way what I'm saying though is the occult knowledge is invaluable when it comes to this kind of a movie, and this one in particular. This brings to mind some of the things that you really should not do. All of these movies are showing, these Conjuring movies are showing things you should not do. Okay. That's not something you want to do. You don't want to invite a demon into. Okay. And I know I mentioned it before in either one or two that, inviting a demon into you that's just not wise. You just not should not do that. I mean, but common sense isn't common sense these days. It's like common sense is an advanced science these days. You know what I'm saying? Is people don't have it at all. It's a shame, huh? So I noticed that the current trend is TikTok and TikTok videos. uh, and I happened to see this was this was put out as a joke, but I mean because TikTok, all of it is was pretty much just entertainment. And I see this woman, she's so mad at her boyfriend cheating on her. She took his mother's ashes and threw them in a river. She actually took the urn to a river and spread out the mother's ashes. I don't know how or what about that can be so entertaining. For two, you got to be some kind of mentally unstable person to do something like that. You take somebody's deceased ashes and throw them in a river. Somebody's deceased ashes because he cheated on you. I don't know how that's equivalent at all. How is that equivalent? How's that entertaining to watch something like that and then post it on TikTok? I would give Adora pause, but it's just like the things that people are doing for attention these days is mind blowing. You don't know what kind of karmic retribution can happen from something, from doing just something really simple, like something a child would do. There you as a grown woman taking, oh, he cheated on me, so I'm going to throw his mother's ashes in the river. I can only imagine what that boyfriend is going to do to her when he finds that out. I've been using the Kabbalistic prayers you gave out. Oh, good. How are they working for you? Anubis, let me know. How, can you give like any examples of any results? Yes, I agree. I saw an occultist on YouTube say he invoked a demon to possess him so that he could do a particular magic without a spell. He said he deeply regretted because he was still trying to get rid of it. Yeah, that's like I said. By the way, please hit that like button, like, share, and subscribe. Like I said, I'm still trying to get into the habit of asking y'all to do that. But yeah, he's trying to get rid of, you don't do that. But again, they have dumbed society down so much. People don't have common sense. And you got to tell people you should not do that. You should not invoke a demon into yourself. Okay. You just really should not do that. Do I need to state why you shouldn't do that? Give me 1 second. Somebody's messaging me. Where was I? Yeah, this just to have to say you shouldn't invoke a demon. It's like people just I say I'm doing a live, you keep on talking. But anyway, yeah, the things that people do for attention is incredible these days. You know what I'm saying? Why would you do something like that? For one, it's disrespectful as hell to take someone's relative ashes to a river and just dump them out because he cheated on you. Number one, nobody owns anybody. Nobody. Nobody owns another person. So he cheated on you. Get the fuck over it. The more I think about that, the madder I'm actually getting, because it's like, how could you do something like that? Unstable ass people. Hey, Tosh, tell me who you're talking about, please. Just share that with me in private. I want to know who that is. I want to see the video. Like, why would you invoke a demon into you? That's asking for trouble. That's just asking for it. You know what I'm saying? Also, in the Conjuring, back to the Conjuring, uh, I noticed that they use the image of the Baphomet. I like that they giving out, I wouldn't say occult secrets, but occult techniques in the Conjuring. Okay, Satanists do use the image of the Baphomet. You know who else does that? Masons do. Okay, Masons do that. All right, and the Baphomet is not what people think. It's really the image of the perfected man. I think it's the perfect image to use in like a ritual. It's been used for thousands and thousands of years. Okay. What's up with the number 22? Number 22. He stabbed that person 22 times. That's success. You want to make sure that motherfucker's dead, huh? 22 times. Also, the upside down cross seems to be a theme within the Conjuring universe. The upside down cross. Okay. I think it's just, you know, like fuck Christianity, fuck your God. I think that's mostly what that is. Okay. You know, remember, the Church of Satan was established as a direct opposition to Christianity. It's like a fuck you to Christianity. I find that I actually know a Satanist, and dude know his shit. Okay. To me, Satanism is pretty much a philosophy. That's to me. It's more of a philosophy in the way you think and the way you approach ritual. Okay. But the ones that I do know practice it, there's some powerful occultists. Okay. So take it with a grain of salt. You know, maybe that's your path. Carl. I saw this years ago and don't remember who he was, but I'll see if I can find him. He was Puerto Rican. Okay, I mean, there's no rush. No rush. If you can't find him, not a big deal. I just thought it's interesting. I just want to see it for myself. You know, if you have Twitter, then you will see that humanity is spiraling bad. I have Twitter. I just don't like. I don't like the platform itself. Um, it's not to my liking, and I barely like Facebook anymore. You know, I have an Instagram, but I use that more to post memes, okay, and products from my store. Okay. Is there anything in particular you want me to reference when you say humanity is spiraling bad? And again, I know I mentioned this before. You got to understand it's everything coming together now. Everything in the food, the water, the jab, uh, social media, fucking dub media, the news, um, all these are weaponized. I would say a certain people is weaponized, but then I might offend some of y'all here because there are a certain group of women who have been 100% weaponized against us. And I'm not gonna say any further than that, but you know, it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? It is what it is. There was also a book of shadows in the Conjuring. And in one part, he says the church used this to identify and persecute witchcraft. How true is that? It was a grimoire. Okay, it's a book of shadows. The church used this, I actually wrote it down, used this to identify and persecute witchcraft. Remember, they sought out people who practice witchcraft as a means to stop them. Okay. If you were not going along with Christianity and the Catholic Church, you had to go. You just had to go. You mentioned unstable behavior, and Twitter backs this up. But I get what you're saying, but give me an example. Okay. And then I actually, since it's you, Tosh, I will go and look. You know, I don't use Twitter for anything except promotion and advertisement. That's just about it. I don't use Twitter just like to do anything. The most I looked at in Twitter, I was looking at Pinky's website. I guess is a website or her fitness thing because somebody told me how she had ballooned up real bad and how she was into fitness now. I'm like, oh, really? In case you didn't know who I'm talking about, I'm talking about Pinky, the porno star. So when I heard that, I had to see for myself. I was like, oh, wow, really? That's the last thing I think I looked at on Twitter. Okay. It's just not my cup of tea. I just don't like the platform at all. I don't like TikTok because I refuse to go where everybody else is going. Okay, that's always been a bad idea to me. And it looks like TikTok is nothing but fucking people making entertainment videos. It's a way for people to showcase nothing, entertainment. Okay. One thing, this is what I was talking about too, going back to the Conjuring, is that certain pronunciations or words in the grimoire were Aramaic and Latin. This is how ancient these energies go back. To use those two, both of those are dead languages these days. You know what I'm saying? This is why I stress too, um, saying spells in the native language of the lands in which the spells come from. Like one of my favorite grimoires is called the Deadly Spells of the Javanese. I think that's the name of it. I don't know if I got that right. Let's see if I can find it. It's the Deadly Spells of the Javanese. Let me see if I can find that real quick. I know I have it. Let's see. The Powerful and Deadly Spells of the Javanese. One of my favorite books. Bear with me just a second. I'm gonna see if I can find this book so I can at least show it to you. Powerful Deadly Spells of the Javanese. Let's see. I have it here somewhere. I know I have it, but I can't, of course, I can't find it when I'm actually doing a live and I'm looking for it. So anyway. Oh, what's up, Amadi? Amadi? Okay. What's up? Surprised to see you. The Powerful and Deadly Spells of the Javanese. And in this, they got some pronunciations that I had to go to a person who's from that island. Yes, I belong to a group that a lot of powerful people stayed in and shared and interacted. And there was a person who was actually from there who gave me the pronunciations of the spells uh, in that book. And of course, I can't find her. Fucking, let's see. Anyway, that is, like I said, it's not really occult secrets that they're giving out, more techniques, you know. I see they gave some more techniques, occult techniques, like cursed objects. Just in case any of you did not know, or some of you did not know, you can have a cursed object to give to someone. In this case, it was flowers. They actually have these kinds of objects for sale online. I've seen them on eBay and I've seen them on Far East websites. They actually sell these things. I do not suggest buying that. You don't know what you're getting, okay? You really don't know what you're getting. You really don't know the intentions of those spirits which inhabit that object that you're buying. Okay. But yes, you can actually buy something like that. I actually know someone who knows how to curse just like a simple pen and then send it to the enemy. Okay. So you should always be careful of gifts you receive. This is another thing that occultists can do. Curse an object and send it to you. Cause all kinds of havoc in your life. All kinds. And let's see. Oh yeah. The the breaking of the curse. He broke the altar. Okay. I think his name was Ed. What's his name? The main one of the main characters, one of the Warrens. Is his name Ed Warren or something like that? But he broke the altar and actually broke the curse. In some instances, that is true. Okay. This is why I still don't understand why people will show their sacred altar space online. Okay. People know how to attack that, your actual altar, your altar space, your ritual space. Okay. While you're doing all this bragging, there can be someone out there who attacks you through that way. Okay. This is not something I'm making up. Okay. That's why it was always considered sacred. You know, your altar is your personal space. It's your sacred space. Okay. And for you to show it online just shows that a lot of people are just doing this shit for attention. That's it. Nothing else, just attention. Like, look what I can do. I'm looking for that woman who puts fake tattoos on her 1-year-old for clout, but I can't find it now on Twitter. But stuff like that is what I mean by Twitter showcasing our demise. Yes. Fake tattoos on her 1-year-old. Why would you even think about doing something? It's just madness. Namaste, Katrina. How are you doing on this day of Mars and full moon? I think it's a strawberry moon. Okay. This is the you know, this is a good any full moon is good for manifestation and for prosperity. Okay. You can do it at night, but you gotta understand the moon is always full. What? The moon is always full. Always. No door pause though. It's always full. So but during the time when you can see it being, drawing down the power from seeing the full moon, that's a very real thing. Okay. I'm literally watching Be Careful Things That You See and Are Said Online. I'll go back to it later. Yeah, I just did that like 2 days ago. I'm just talking about the Conjuring. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's another thing. You cannot be promising. Look, if you are going into a pact with a demon, there's another technique that they're showing. If you go into a pact with a demon, God forbid you do so. Please don't do that. But if you do, you can't be promising stuff you can't fulfill. Okay? That's no spirit. I don't care if it's an angel or if it's a demon or a jinn, whatever. Okay. If you can't bring to it what you promise, guess what's gonna happen? Not saying you're gonna die, but havoc will wreck your life until you fulfill your promise. In this instant, I believe he promised the demon a soul. Oh, it was the woman. I'm sorry, it's the woman. It was the woman who did this. Okay. So when she couldn't fulfill that, guess who had to die? She did. If I'm remembering it correctly, I just finished watching it just a couple days ago. And, they can't actually prove that the devil made him do it or a spirit made him commit that crime, even though that's what happened. Okay. That's what happened. And it reminded me of the story of the devil and Daniel Webster. You know, they still can't, you still can't be like, what's the word I'm looking for? When you're excused from a crime, acquitted. You can't be acquitted of a crime if it's even proven that a spirit had possessed you. Okay. Just can't happen. All in all, this was a good movie. It was I would say it's a good wrap up to the series, but I haven't seen the rest of them. Like, I'm gonna have to watch The Nun again. The next review I'm gonna do is The Curse of La Llorona. What's the other one? Annabelle, about a cursed doll, right? Um, Luckily, I actually like horror movies. Luckily, I like horror movies. And I got a suggestion for y'all as well. Okay. This is a very not so well known occultist. He is African. Okay. He is called Marcus T. Bottomley. This is a Finbar book. Remember, I said Finbar. They have some great titles. All meat and potatoes. No fluff whatsoever. No theory, none of that. Just straight to rituals. Okay. The problem of enemies, poor health, evil magic attacks. These are everything that this book is covering. Lack of confidence, fear of the future. Okay. Power of the ancient deities. Okay. I like Finbar books. They're cheesy, but I have found more success with Finbar books than I would say with many other grimoires out there. Here's the magical pad ritual to store and ensure good health. Again, book is from like the 70s and they're pretty cheesy. They got case studies in it, but try it. The ancient deities they talking about is nothing more than angels. These are angel names, okay? And they give you pronunciations, I'm sorry. Like here, to the Aniel, and they show you how to pronounce it. And Carmiar, command by the power of the holy name, Gebura Vav, to put a deep fear into whoever who is acting against me. Okay? These are angel names. Nothing for you to be afraid of. Remember, angels are on the light side of the spectrum as far as deity vibrations. Okay. Is everybody still here? Y'all been mighty quiet in the chat. Oh, there's another one. If you, this is one I meant to mention before. If you, how to use black magic to get women. Now, this book is actually by a bodybuilder, right? It's 45 pages. This is kind of one of those books you actually have to read for yourself. Whether it works or not, you have to try the rituals inside. Like, you literally have to do some experimentation. Like, let's see. Attracting women, ritual number 2. Okay. This is a bath ritual one that should work on any women you wish to attract. And then it goes into what you need to do. Remember, some spells, some of the most powerful spells are simple, very, very simple. Oh my God. I forgot to say that today, didn't I? Now I'm a stizzle. All right. Yeah, my wife's trying to be funny. And I see Amadi. I see Amadi with that face like, what the hell? Yeah, Gary Brodsky also had another book called it's about voodoo, but they more like, are they Palo rituals? I'm not gonna say the name of it because I can't remember it. But he wrote another interesting book. And you use the veves of voodoo. Okay. Now he only gives you like the basics. But if you're a beginner, you're not going to know what to do with this book. But if you're intermediate, you will have some concept on what to do. Okay. Like for instance, he doesn't tell you you have to invoke a deity first before just performing any of these rituals. All right. Was there another one I wanted to mention to y'all before I go? Yes. No, I'm a big fan of mantras. Y'all know this already. Mantras, mantras, and more mantras. Thousands of mantras. Here are some Vedic remedies, mantras for common problems. Remember, I said that there are literally thousands of mantras that you can use. And this book is put out by Swami. Mantras for common problems. What does that say? But for whose infinite compassion I wouldn't have been able to formulate my thoughts and put them down in this book and to the welfare of suffering humanity. All right. Here are the mantras for ensuring supply of food for all physical and mental diseases. Now, a lot of people need that one. For improving intelligence. Yes, I've said before, there are mantras to improve your intelligence. For removal of all diseases, for all heart diseases, eye diseases, fevers, animal bites, snake bites, insect bites. A healing prayer to deal with diseases. Okay. Memory. Okay. Memory is an overlooked thing. You should have a good memory for best performance in interviews, debates, etc. To avert unexpected accidents and dangers to life. Okay. Let's look at one mantra. I'm just going to look at one of them. Let's see. This mantra should be recited till such time as the disease either disappears or has shown considerable improvement. Minimum period for which the mantra should be recited is 6 months. This mantra has given excellent results in scores of cases where I gave it, and scarcely there was a failure. That is the mantra. See, that's the only thing. That's the only difficult thing about mantras is the pronunciation. That's it. But I mean, you can go to you can find out these pronunciations real easy. But that's the mantra. You got to say it daily. Remember, at least 108 times. But for good results, I say 1,000. I'm not even going to try right now to pronounce that. I'm just showing it to you. Infallible Vedic remedies. Very good book. Yes. Mantras, yantras, and tantras. Yes. Overlooked practices. Over fucking looked. Okay. Overlooked. I can't say it enough. And I've said that before. It's an overlooked practice. Mantras. Okay. All in all, though, The Conjuring 3 was an excellent addition to that universe. But I'm gonna say I'm agree with Tosh. The second one was this really scary one. Okay. Remember, they give out a lot of occult techniques in these movies. So the next one I need to do is the Curse of La Llorona. All right, I've taken up enough of your time. I will see y'all next time. I am the infallible Magic LaCroix. Oh, yeah, I couldn't even say that with a straight face. I am the very humble Magic LaCroix. I hope y'all have a good rest of your week, and I'll see y'all next time. As always, namaste. Peace.